Narayan, Namaste. Welcome back to Zeel Astrology, your go-to channel for all things Vedic astrology. Right now, Jupiter is retrograding in the sign of Gemini from 5th of December. It will continue its retrograde journey in Gemini through Punarvasu Nakshatra until March 11. Jupiter will not move back into Adra Nakshatra this time. And as I have explained many times before, that when a planet becomes retrograde or vakri in Vedic astrology, it doesn't mean that the planet is literally moving backward. It means its speed slows down, and that's what makes its energy feel stronger and more intense. But retrograde motion doesn't mean everything becomes negative or chaotic. It's not something to fear. In fact, it often brings important realizations and even second chances for us. For many people, this period can actually bring long-awaited rewards. Those who have been working sincerely for a long time but haven't seen positive results during the planet's direct motion may finally start to see progress now. Some may find that unfinished work suddenly starts moving forward again. On the other hand, those who have been enjoying steady progress during the direct phase might notice a temporary slowdown or a pause. Of course, how this retrograde phase affects you personally depends on your individual chart, your planetary position, the dashas, and how the current transits are connecting, and everything else with your natal planets. Before we go further, I would really like if you could subscribe to my channel, Zeel's Astrology. Your support means a lot to us. Please like and share these videos with your friends and family. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever a new video is out. You can also email me for personal consultations. My email and Instagram link, both are mentioned below in the description box below. Thank you so much for being part of this beautiful community and for spreading the light of astrology. Now let's talk about Jupiter itself first. Jupiter represents knowledge, wisdom, spirituality, and the values that shape our lives. It rules optimism, faith, and even the way we express ourselves through our words. A strong Jupiter teaches us what is right, what is wrong, guiding us with higher understanding, wisdom. That's why Jupiter is known as Dev Guru Brihaspati, the teacher of the divine beings. I have already mentioned in my earlier video that this time Jupiter is Atichari, which means it's moving faster than usual. And when an Atichari Jupiter becomes retrograde, its results become even more powerful and noticeable. So this retrograde motion will have stronger effects than what we normally experience. And to be honest, we all are already experiencing. Usually Jupiter takes about 1 year or 12 months to move through one sign. But this time, because it's Atichari, it entered Gemini on May 14 and moved to Cancer by October 18. Just within 5-6 months. And normally Jupiter's slow and steady motion or the normal speed gives consistent result. But now, because it has been moving faster than usual, its energy is like it may have skipped or rushed through certain things during its direct phase this time. So when such Atichari Jupiter turns retrograde and begins to slow down, it realizes that, oh, I missed something important. So it goes back to recheck, reanalyze, and complete what was left undone. Say, for example, imagine Jupiter usually misses 2 points out of 10 when moving directly in its normal speed. So here, the retrograde motion is not as intense because it needs to just fix those 2 or 3 things it missed during the direct phase. But now it is Atichari this time. Maybe it might have missed because of its Atijari motion or fast speed, it might have missed 6 or 7 points out of 10 regarding your life, which needs to be revisited or fixed by Jupiter at once. So obviously when this Jupiter gets retrograde, it will try to fix those 6-7 points at the same time. So obviously the intensity increases. And another reason why the intensity of this retrograde will feel stronger is because Jupiter rules Punarvasu nakshatra. The nakshatra itself represents renewal and doing things again. Whenever a planet goes retrograde, that redoing energy naturally increases. So when it happens in a nakshatra like Punarvasu, which already carries the same theme, this reworking or revisiting energy becomes even more powerful, almost 2 to 3 times stronger. When Jupiter returns from its exalted sign Cancer into Gemini, this time it comes with full awareness. It clearly knows where it needs to work and how it needs to work, what needs to be corrected or completed. And this will also be Jupiter's final retrograde phase in Gemini before it leaves this sign in mid-2026 approximately. After that, Jupiter won't return to Gemini for next 11 to 12 years. So during this time, Jupiter will try to complete what was left halfway, things that need closure or maybe refinement. Some people might think that since Jupiter is coming back to its from its exalted sign into Gemini, it will now feel more comfortable. But in reality, it's not about comfort or discomfort for Jupiter. It's more about awareness. Jupiter has already passed through Gemini earlier this year. So it knows this path very well. It remembers where it has worked and where it hasn't. So this phase is about perfecting what was started before, completing that last bit of work in that specific house of your chart. Whether the results are positive or challenging will depend on your personal birth chart and your karma. Since this is the last time Jupiter will be in Gemini, so many of its results will become more visible and clear during this period. You will start to see some outcomes of efforts or lessons that began earlier in this transit. Now, there's another important planetary combination happening here. Until recently, Rahu was in Purabhadrapada Nakshatra, which was ruled by Jupiter. And so Jupiter here had an upper hand. But just before Jupiter re-entered Gemini on 23rd of November, Rahu entered Shatabisha Nakshatra. And because Shatabisha is ruled by Rahu and Aquarius is co-ruled by Rahu again, so this gives Rahu more strength and it can try to cloud Jupiter's wisdom with illusion or confusion. That's why it's very important during this time to stay aware and not carried away by outer appearances or false information. If you consciously choose to walk on the path of truth, clarity, and use Jupiter's wisdom to question things and look beyond Rahu's illusion, then this phase will be much smoother for you. Overall, Jupiter's retrograde in Gemini will still feel lighter and more manageable compared to its retrograde in Cancer. And honestly, those who are humble, grounded, and mature enough to understand life's deeper lessons, those who use Jupiter's wisdom with patience and sincerity will truly benefit from this period. For souls who are not yet very evolved or spiritually mature, it may be confusing to recognize whether something is genuine, is a genuine gut feeling or just a personal desire or fear. For example, someone might feel a strong urge to buy a new car, but instead of understanding it as a material wish, they may convince themselves that their gut feeling is telling them to buy a new car. In reality, it could simply be a desire and not true intuition, and vice versa also. So during this time it can be challenging for many people to tell the difference between what their soul is guiding them toward and what their mind or emotions are creating through desire or fear. Only those who are truly evolved at the soul level, or those who truly and genuinely will work to differentiate between the true desires and their gut feeling, will be able to feel and understand this difference. Now, who will be affected the most by this transit? This transit may affect more strongly those who are currently going through Jupiter Dasha, whether Mahadasha, Antardasha, Rahu Mahadasha, Antardasha, and those who have Jupiter and Rahu, or Jupiter and Saturn conjunction in their chart, or those who have Jupiter placed in 6th, 8th, 12th house may feel this energy even more deeply. As for remedies, chanting the name of Lord Narayan, Lord Vishnu with devotion will be very helpful. It can protect you from confusion and guide you out of illusion that Rahu sometimes creates. Reading Bhagavad Gita will be extremely beneficial and powerful during this time. Try not to just read it, but also understand its deeper meaning and slowly apply its wisdom in your daily life. I understand it's not easy to do this. It takes patience, time, and years of effort to truly live those teachings. But what matters most is that you keep trying. Even small steps taken consistently will lead you forward. Whenever you get time, try to chant Om Namo Narayana, or you can also chant Vishnu Sahasranam, which is also as much as powerful. This simple practice will help you remain calm, grounded, and guided by divine energy. Now let's quickly jump to quick ascendant wise analysis. Aries ascendant. For Aries natives, retro Jupiter re-entered the sign of Gemini, your third house. And when Jupiter goes retrograde in this house, life usually ask you to put in a little extra effort. You may feel that you have to work harder than usual. You may also feel that you are redoing a lot of things. Even if you start something new like business or a project, you might notice small delays or the need to revise your plans. The good thing is that Jupiter also helps you finish many old pending tasks. So if you have been feeling stuck for a long time, or you had plans you wanted to start but could not move forward, this retrograde phase can help release that pressure. This is Jupiter's last retrograde in Gemini, so it will try to settle things for you before it moves on. But because Rahu is also aspecting Gemini and Jupiter, so you may have a time, sometimes you may feel confused. You might not feel very sure about what to do or what decisions to make. This is why it's better to take your time, use your inner wisdom, and if you take guidance from someone, please make sure that the person is trustworthy. It's good to use Jupiter's wisdom in your decisions, especially when it comes to trusting someone. This period is very helpful if you want to learn something new, improve your communication skills, or work on your talents. Just stay mindful of how you use your words. Sometimes others may try to manipulate you through their words, or sometimes unknowingly you might also influence others in a way that isn't right. So if your intentions are good, there is nothing to worry about. But if the intention becomes selfish shortcuts, then it will not work, because Saturn in your 12th house will not support that. Travel is possible during this time, but it may not go exactly the way you expect. This transit is also good for people who work in writing, media, entertainment, advertising, content creation, storytelling, or any field that needs communication, or even manual skills related to hands, creative fields. Jupiter will now aspect your 7th house, the sign of Libra, with its 5th aspect. And Rahu is also aspecting this house. So this is a double transit. If you do business, then this can bring new, if you are doing business, then this can bring new ideas, deals, partnerships, networking and expansion. Jupiter supports you, but because Rahu is also involved here, you need to be very careful. Do not rush into anything. Read your paperwork properly before signing anything, and make sure that your plans and strategies are well thought out before they are implemented into action. People in public relations may do well. This is a good time to bring creative, unique ideas into your work, as long as you plan everything carefully. If you are unmarried, this period may bring marriage prospects for you, or can bring marriage. Your marriage may happen, but make sure you know your partner very well before legalizing your marriage. Or it's better that you get married after Rahu leaves Satabhisha Nakshatra. Even though Jupiter brings some protection, it is still better to move slowly and know your partner well before committing. If you are already married, this is a beautiful time to work on your relationship and heal anything that needs healing. Now the 7th aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your 9th house, where Saturn is aspecting. Now Saturn has become direct, and retrograde Jupiter's aspect can help you if you have been struggling in this part of your life, in the 9th house. You may feel encouraged to question old beliefs, open your mind and understand what your real path is. Spiritually, this is a very powerful time. If you or your father has been facing long-term health issues, then this aspect can bring some relief to you. A beautiful period for those who want to pursue higher studies. A very beautiful period for them, but they need to work hard because Saturn is aspecting, so they will need to work hard. But again, a beautiful period for higher learning. Now the 9th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 11th house, the sign of Aquarius, where Rahu is transiting. This is the time to keep your desires under control. If you allow Jupiter to guide you, it will give you clarity and show you the right path. Because Jupiter's presence, retro Jupiter's presence in the 3rd house and Rahu's presence in the 11th house, and Jupiter aspecting this Rahu can actually increase your desires. So it is very much important to control those desires, especially unnecessary desires. Although your valid desires will be fulfilled during this time, but still you need to control your desires, because remember, the 11th lord, the main lord of 11th house, Saturn, is in your 12th house. Financially, this can be a good time, but you must choose Jupiter's wisdom over Rahu's illusions. Again, be careful when trusting new people, especially with money. New networks or friendships may come into your life, but give yourself time to understand whether the person is genuine or only wants something from you. Taurus ascendant. For Taurus natives, retrograde Jupiter has entered the sign of Gemini, your 2nd house. Jupiter is the ruler of your 8th house and your 11th house. Now, this means that during this period, you may experience sudden changes, unexpected shifts, and ups and downs in finances. These changes can be positive or challenging depending on your individual chart. Because the 11th house also deals with gains, this transit can bring sudden financial gains as well. But at the same time, some financial fluctuations may keep happening. Even if money comes in, it may go out just as quickly. So staying careful is important. This is the period when you may have to work harder for financial stability. You may feel that you need repeated efforts or second attempts to earn money. Money may not come easily, But with steady effort and sincerity, you will definitely see good results. It is because Saturn is right now transiting through your 11th house. It's important to take care of your health. In this period, issues related to your throat, mouth, cough, cold may pop up during this period. You may also need to pay attention to your family's health, because some unexpected health issues may show up for them too. Digestive problems or sugar related issues may also appear. So eating a simple, clean, sattvic diet and maintaining good food habits and physical activity will really help you a lot. This time is an excellent period for improving your speech and your communication style. If you want to speak better, express yourself better, or work on your communication skills, then this is a very supportive period for you. You may also feel that life is pushing you to look after your family more, or to repair any emotional distance with them. If there were any misunderstandings or issues with family members, then this is a good time to mend things with maturity and patience. In terms of finance, again, Jupiter will give you gains, but please make sure that money you earn is through honest efforts and ethics. Rahu is aspecting this retrograde Jupiter, so shortcuts, manipulation, or unethical choices may harm you instead of helping you in the long run. Now, the 5th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 6th house, the sign of Libra. This aspect on your 6th house may bring period where you may have to learn things that are outside your comfort zone. Jupiter will help you face daily challenges, enemies, competition, and even debt-related matters. It may push you to deal with difficulties so that you grow stronger through them. If you have been preparing for competitive exams, especially government-related exams, and you were not able to clear them earlier, then this period can support you in clearing them. Now, the 7th aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your 8th house, where Saturn is also aspecting. This combination brings some relief if you have been struggling with any long-term or chronic health issues. With Jupiter, when Jupiter was not aspecting Sagittarius earlier, and Saturn's influence here may have made things difficult for you. Now, Jupiter's retrograde aspect here will bring some support, but since Saturn is still involved, it may not completely heal everything. It will, however, bring hidden or ignored health issues to the surface, so you can finally start addressing them. Spiritually, this is a beautiful and transformative time for Taurus natives. If you want to study astrology, occult sciences, psychology, or any deep research-based subjects, then this is the time to begin. You may also receive unexpected financial benefits through inheritance, insurance, or family assets, but that will depend on your personal chart. During this period, someone's harsh words may hurt you more than usual. Whenever such situations occur, use Jupiter's wisdom and stay calm. Do not react immediately. Respond with patience and with a positive approach. Now, the 9th aspect of retro Jupiter will fall on your 10th house in the sign of Aquarius, where Rahu is currently transiting in Shatabisha. In your career, Rahu may create confusion, illusion, restlessness, or the desire to take shortcuts. But Jupiter's aspect here will help you stay grounded, ethical, and clear. Professionally, this can be a period of growth, especially if you were feeling stuck or facing setbacks earlier. You will see support and progress as long as you choose Jupiter's guidance and Saturn's patience over Rahu's illusions. Always hold Jupiter's hand during this time. Stay honest, stay grounded, trust the slow and steady path. This is how you will make the best use of this transit. Gemini Ascendant. For Gemini natives, retrograde Jupiter entered your 1st house, the sign of Gemini. For Gemini natives, this is actually a blessing because Jupiter is your 7th and your 10th lord. And whenever it enters your ascendant, it tries to bring growth, transformation, positive energy, positive changes, especially in your career and even in your overall life direction. Because this Jupiter is retrograde now in the first house, you may face a few small hurdles or delays here and there, but still this period will feel much more manageable than earlier phases. Since Jupiter is your 10th lord and it is retrograde in the first house, while Saturn is positioned in the 10th house, you will be required to work hard. You may have to make repeated attempts in your career and progress may feel slow, but it will definitely bring progress in the long run. If you remain consistent and patient, you will see long-term results. Jupiter in the first house, retro Jupiter in the first house also brings a lot of confidence, hope and positivity. Even in retrograde motion, it will lift your mood and strengthen your mindset. This becomes very important when life is giving you challenges. Jupiter here gives you the emotional strength to keep going and to stay patient and to work through struggles with wisdom and faith. But because Rahu is also aspecting this retro Jupiter, sometimes confidence can turn into overconfidence. So try to stay grounded. Confidence will help you, but overconfidence may lead to unnecessary mistakes or issues. Staying humble will protect you from Rahu's influence. This transit can also bring changes in your personality or appearance. You may feel a desire to improve yourself, upgrade your skills, or learn something meaningful. This is a beautiful period for learning, studying, gaining knowledge, and working on your spiritual growth as well. Jupiter and Rahu together strongly support higher learning, spiritual interest, and personal development. If you genuinely follow the path of true spirituality, it will help you stay safe from Rahu's illusions and unnecessary confusion. Because Jupiter is coming, because Jupiter is back in your ascendant, it is also important to take care of your health and food habits. It is better to follow a clean and simple sattvic diet and avoid alcohol or anything which is unhealthy. And even try to avoid non-vegetarian food as well, because Jupiter does not support these things here. You may gain weight quickly now during this period. So maintaining a regular routine, mindful eating and including exercises, yoga will help you stay healthy. Meditation will be very powerful for you in this period. Now the fifth aspect of Jupiter will fall on Libra, your fifth house. This brings a lot of support for creativity, learning, studies and skill development. Students may do very well if they put in sincere effort. Teachers, artists, healers and people working with children will also see positive results. Your imagination will become stronger. You may feel more connected to your creative side. This transit can also bring a love relationship into your life. But make sure you know your partner well if you want this relationship for a longer term. Now the seventh aspect of Jupiter retro Jupiter will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your seventh house, where Saturn is also aspecting. This can bring relief in marriage and bring opportunities for new relationships. If you are unmarried, marriage proposals may come, but remember that any relationship formed during this time may carry a high karmic connection. So it is safer to consider marriage after knowing your partner well. And I would really suggest that if you really do want to marry, then marry after Rahu moves out of Shatabisha. If you are in toxic relationship and if your chart supports this transit, may help you walk away. If you are married and want to heal issues, Jupiter will support you, but both partners must put in effort equally. Healing requires patience from both the sides and not just once. Patience and maturity. If you are into business, this period can bring growth and expansion, but you must take decisions calmly. Avoid impulsive moves. If you choose patience, ethics, and thoughtful planning, this transit can bring long-lasting progress in both career and business. Now, the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Aquarius, where Rahu is positioned your ninth house. Jupiter and Rahu are mutually aspecting each other. If you are truly seeking spiritual evolution, if you are already spiritually mature, this period can give you a very deep and a higher powerful experience spiritually. You may receive insights, realizations, and spiritual growth that feel very transformative. This time may also bring long distance travel or foreign travel if your chart supports. And because this is the ninth house, it becomes very important for you to follow dharma, meaning the path of righteousness, truth, and ethics. Jupiter's aspect will guide you towards the right path, but you must choose Jupiter over Rahu. Avoid shortcuts, manipulation, or anything that compromises your integrity. Jupiter will always protect you when you stay aligned with truth. This is also the time to learn something new. Pursue higher studies, upgrade your skills, or gain a new qualification. Financially and even overall, your luck will support you, but again, only if you follow the ethical path and avoid shortcuts. Your luck will support you in a positive manner. Cancer ascendant. For Cancer natives, retrograde Jupiter entered your 12th house, the sign of Gemini. Jupiter rules your 6th and your 9th house. Now this transit becomes important, quite important for you. This is the time to honestly look at your finances, especially your spending habits. Retrograde Jupiter in the 12th house can increase expenses. If Jupiter works positively in your chart, then these expenses may go towards spiritual activities, maybe healing, charity, or some spiritual travel or something really meaningful. But if not handled carefully, it can increase spending on unnecessary things like, luxury and everything, like sort of things. So it can also, so this period will ask you to pause, step back, and understand where your money is going. Jupiter here will act like a guide, showing you where you need better financial discipline, where you may be overspending without realizing it. On a spiritual level, this is a beautiful phase. Jupiter as your 9th lord position in the 12th house, along with Saturn position in the 9th house, creates a very strong spiritual energy. This period supports inner growth, faith, spiritual maturity. You may feel naturally drawn towards spiritual activities, meditation, or deeper understanding of life during this period. At the same time, Jupiter is retrograde and also rules your 6th house. Health needs attention. This is not a phase to ignore your health. Take care of your immunity, sleep, and emotional well-being. Hospital visits, medical expenses, or regular checkups may increase, so it's better to be cautious. Try to stay away from intoxication as much as possible, as this can disturb your health and mental peace during this transit. This is a very supportive time for people working in imaginative or creative fields like fictional writing, animation, visual arts, or any work that requires imagination. Your creativity will increase, and when combined with spirituality, it can produce something truly meaningful. Apart from that, your intuition will also become stronger, so try not to ignore your inner voice during this period. This is also a good time if you are planning to study abroad or pursue higher education. Do take care of your father's health during this phase, as he may need a little extra attention. Spiritual travel, long distance journeys or exploration may also come up during this phase. Now the 5th aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Libra, your 4th house. If you are thinking about buying property or any asset, this period can support that. Some of you may even purchase property connected to a foreign place, especially if you faced delays or issues earlier when Jupiter was direct. Just make sure all legal paperwork is checked very carefully because Rahu is also influencing this house. Double check documents so that you do not face problems later. This aspect can also bring some relief regarding your mother's health if she has been facing any issues. The home environment may feel more relaxed and peaceful. You may also feel like making changes at home, maybe some interior work or something similar to create more comfortable space. Now the 7th aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your 6th house, where Saturn is also aspecting. If you were facing health issues earlier due to Saturn's pressure, then this phase may bring some relief. However, challenges related to competition or hidden enemies may surface. The good thing is that you will be able to handle them with patience and steady effort. If you have been dealing with legal matters, disputes or conflicts, then this period may bring slow but positive progress. Discipline and consistency in your daily routine life will be very important now. Since 2 major planets are activating your 6th house, your Prarabdha is highly active, or it is very strong now. So some important life events may occur to help clear pending karmas and teach some valuable lessons to you. So be prepared for that. And it could be both positive and negative depending on your chart. Now the 9th aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Aquarius, your 8th house where Rahu is currently positioned. Now Jupiter and Rahu influencing your 8th house, this can bring sudden financial gains, but at the same time unexpected expenses may also rise. So it is very important to stay financially grounded and satisfied. Avoid quick money schemes, speculative investments or risky decisions during this period. This is also a powerful time to face hidden fears and emotional blocks. Jupiter's aspect will try to bring clarity to any confusion you may have. But since Rahu is strong here, clarity may come slowly and not all at once. Still, this is a good time to work on your fears consciously. Once again, health needs attention. Try to stay away from unhealthy habits, intoxication, smoking, drugs, etc. And since Jupiter is placed in the 12th house, it is better to keep your eating and drinking habits clean. Eating healthy food, drinking healthy will support both your physical and mental balance. Because retrograde Jupiter is aspecting your 8th house along with Rahu, this becomes a very good period for research, deep study in astrology, and even psychology or any subject that requires digging deep. You may feel drawn to learning something meaningful that truly interests you. Some minor ups and downs with in-laws may continue, but with patience and maturity, these can be managed. Leo Ascendant. For Leo natives, retro Jupiter entered your 11th house, sign of Gemini. Jupiter rules your 5th house and your 8th house. So, here for Leo natives, this re-entry can finally bring some relief here. It can also bring financial stability as well. You may see financial gains, improvements, and even some unexpected profits, especially if you have faced expenses or losses earlier when Jupiter was in the 12th house. If you were waiting for promotion or some career growth that kept getting delayed, then this period can open those doors for you, as long as your efforts are sincere and aligned with wisdom and patience. Since Jupiter is also your 8th lord and Saturn is currently in your 8th house, income may still fluctuate a little. It may not feel completely steady, but even with small ups and downs, you will still see improvement and gains. Some of you may also receive inheritance, ancestral property or money through insurance or other unexpected sources. So it's best to remain wise with your finances and avoid any kind of blind or impulsive investments. Whether it is real estate, speculative markets, or anything uncertain, a thorough planning will protect you. This is also a beautiful time to improve your bond with your elder siblings or with your genuine close friends. If any relationships in your social circle needs healing or reconnection, this period will support that. You may also feel more socially active and open to meeting people. This transit also supports deep learning. If you wish to study astrology, occult sciences, archaeology, or any spiritual subject, or if you simply want to upgrade your skills, this is a very good time. Retrograde Jupiter in the 11th house can sometimes amplify your desires as well. So during this period, it is very important to differentiate between true meaningful desires and temporary desires. Your real desires will be supported and will be fulfilled, while unnecessary ones will be released in its own manner. Now, the fifth aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Libra, your third house. This is a beautiful time for learning something new, as said earlier, for improving your skills. It also brings courage and confidence, especially if you are dealing with challenges in your immediate surroundings. At the same time, please stay a little careful with neighbors, because sometimes retrograde Jupiter's aspect here can make you see certain hidden behaviors or unexpected issues. Although you will learn, Jupiter will make you learn how to handle such situations with wisdom. But you need to be little careful with your neighbors. If you want to start a new project, this is a supportive period, because both Retro Jupiter and Rahu will encourage you. But planning is extremely important, because Rahu can sometimes create illusions or give overconfidence. So stay grounded, stay calm, and don't rush. Artistic fields, communication, media, entertainment, or any skills that require the use of hands will be supported during this period. Now, the seventh aspect of Retro Jupiter will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your fifth house, where Saturn is also aspecting. If you were struggling with conception earlier when Jupiter was in Cancer, this period may finally bring some positive results. But health during pregnancy must be taken care of, because Saturn's aspect is still here. If you have issues with your children or your relationship with them, then this period helps healing and rebuilding bonds. New love relationship may also come into your life, but remember that any relationship formed now will be highly karmic in nature. Apart from that, students will do well if they stay disciplined. Anyone who wants to learn anything, or upgrade your skills or study deeper subjects will benefit a lot during this period. Spiritually, this is a beautiful phase for Leo natives. Ketu in the first house, Saturn in the 8th house, Jupiter in the 11th, giving its aspect here creates a combination that can really elevate your spiritual growth. You may feel drawn towards spiritual activities, maybe reading spiritual books, doing mantra chanting or meditation. This is a strong period for inner evolution. But be very careful with speculative investments. Play safe and think long term. Now, the 9th aspect of Retro Jupiter will fall on your 7th house, the sign of Aquarius, where Rahu is positioned here. This can actually become a blessing in disguise, especially if you have been struggling in your marriage. Some guidance, some relief or clarity will come, but both partners must work together on their marriage. Healing cannot be one-sided. If both of you give your full effort, Jupiter will guide you towards the right direction in your married life. This transit can also bring marriage for those who are unmarried, but as mentioned earlier in the Rahu in Sadbisha video, it is better to avoid marriage while Rahu is still placed in this nakshatra, in Shadbisha. If you really must marry, take your time and know your partner very well before taking any final step. If you want to expand your business or start something new, this period is really supportive. Just make sure your paperwork, legal documentation and all the planning are done properly. Also be extra mindful of your speech during this time, both in public and in your relationship with your family, because your words may carry more impact than usual this time. And it will impact your relationships, professional and personal. So use your words very wisely. Virgo ascendant. For Virgo natives, retrograde Jupiter entered the sign of Gemini, your 10th house. Jupiter rules your 4th and your 7th house. This can be a time when you finally start noticing some movement in your career. If you have been feeling stuck for a long time, or you have not seen any progress during Jupiter's direct motion, this retrograde phase can actually help you and bring some positive results. It may not feel very easy because Jupiter is retrograde in Punarvasu, so naturally it will ask for some repeated efforts here, some patience and some consistency. But if you are willing to sincerely work hard, then this period can bring good growth for you. You may feel that you are working more than usual, and yes, Jupiter in the 10th house in retrograde motion will push you to put in real effort. But this same effort will also help you learn many important things that will support your success in the long run. You may even notice some new opportunities opening up for you, especially if you have been searching for a job for a long time, then things were not working out. This time can help you finally find something suitable. You may also feel a stronger desire to grow quickly, but it will be better if you choose opportunities with clarity instead of rushing because of impatience or maybe sometimes greed. You might also come up with new ideas or different approaches to reach your goals, and these ideas can help you stand out in your field. This is a wonderful time to add new skills, learn something useful or upgrade your knowledge, so try to use this period in the best way possible. Sometimes you may not enjoy certain lessons that Jupiter brings, and you might feel tempted to take shortcuts because Rahu is aspecting this Jupiter, retro Jupiter from Aquarius. But it's better to allow Jupiter to teach you everything properly. Whatever Jupiter wants you to learn now will genuinely help you move forward in your career, and these lessons can come in any manner, which sometimes you might not even expect it. Your manner of speaking at work and the way you present yourself will also have a big impact on your career and public image. Now the 5th aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Libra, your 2nd house, which can help you improve your relationships with your family. If there have been any misunderstandings or distance, this time can help you heal those connections. It may take some effort from your side, but if you are calm and careful with your words, things can become much better. Jupiter will help you see things clearly if you are willing to look at situations with an open mind. Financially, this period can bring some improvement. You may find new ways to earn or create better stability, but you will also need to be wise with money. Try to avoid unnecessary spending and save wherever you can. If you are planning to invest, please make sure you do proper research work and think things through before taking any step. Some changes may also come in your family. And if your chart supports it, you may even see an addition to your family. Now the 7th aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, where Saturn is also aspecting at your 4th house. This can be a supportive time if you want to purchase a property or any asset, especially if you have been dealing with delays earlier. You might also do some renovation or repair work at home. Property related matters will still need careful handling, so try to stay wise and patient in those areas. There may also be some improvement in your mother's health if she has been facing any issues, but still keep an eye on her well-being. You might also feel a little more relaxed in your home environment compared to before, especially if things were more stressful when only Saturn was aspecting your 4th house. Now the 9th aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your 6th house, where Rahu is already transiting. This period can help you overcome challenges, enemies, or day-to-day problems, but the only way out is to face them. Jupiter and Rahu together can help you come out stronger if you deal with situations instead of running away from them. Because Rahu is in Shatabisha Nakshatra, your mind may become very active and you may overthink unnecessarily. Jupiter's aspect can help you calm down and handle everything in a wiser manner. So try to rely on Jupiter's energy. This time is also very supportive for competitive exams if your chart allows. Just try not to choose shortcuts when dealing with any difficult situation. Try to stay honest and follow the right path. You also need to take care of your health because Rahu is present in the 6th house. Be mindful of any breathing or lung related issues. And try to follow a disciplined lifestyle. Eat clean, avoid any kind of intoxication, and keep yourself active with exercises, yoga, so your health stays strong during this period. Libra Ascendant. For Libra natives, retrograde Jupiter entered the sign of Gemini, your 9th house. Jupiter is the ruler of your 6th and your 3rd house. Spiritually, Jupiter retrograde in the 9th house is truly a lovely placement. It supports your spiritual growth in a deep and in a very positive manner. And your luck also becomes stronger here. You may even meet a spiritual guide or mentor during this phase. But just make sure the person is genuine and not someone who pretends to be a guru. If you are facing delays or challenges in planning any kind of journey, this period can open the way for long distance travel, spiritual travel, or even foreign travel. And this is also a wonderful time for higher studies, whether you want to continue your education or start something advanced for your career growth, then this transit will support it strongly. Rahu in the 5th house combined with retro Jupiter in your 9th house creates a very powerful combination for learning. It doesn't matter if you are a student or not. This is time to learn something new. It could be skill, a subject, or something even spiritual. Your mind will absorb knowledge beautifully during this period. So try to grow as much as you can, knowledge-wise. During this period, it will also be good to take care of your father's health and work on your relationship issues with him, if there are any. This is one of the best time to heal that bond. Now the 5th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your ascendant, the sign of Libra, where Rahu is also aspecting. Your personality is directly being shaped by 2 major planets. This again shows how important learning and personal growth are during this period. Saturn, Rahu and Jupiter together will bring a lot of new lessons to you, both practical and theoretical. Try not to resist anything they are trying to teach you. You will feel positive changes within yourself, and you may even change your appearance, habits, or lifestyle. Your ideas may feel different from others, and your thinking might feel very creative and unique. Use this creativity in a positive way this time. This period can also bring some financial upliftment, especially if you were facing issues due to Ketu in your 11th house. Just try to avoid any kind of intoxication during this period. Jupiter never supports unhealthy habits like drinking, smoking, drugs. And these things can create unnecessary health issues. Simple practices like meditation, mantra chanting, eating healthy food will support you beautifully and help your mind stay balanced. Now the 7th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 3rd house, the sign of Sagittarius, where Saturn is also aspecting. This is a good time to start something new, a project, business, new initiative, anything, and you will have the courage and confidence for it now. Saturn's aspect may bring some hurdles, but if you stay patient and learn from past mistakes, you can and work on those mistakes, and then you can build something that will last for a long time. Only thing is, don't rush or take impulsive decisions. Think calmly and move wisely with patience. There may be some small issues with neighbors, but nothing that could not be handled. This is also a good time to improve your relationship with your siblings. They may even guide you or help you during any problem. You will also notice some improvement in your confidence level as well during this period. Now the 9th aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Aquarius, your 5th house, where Rahu is positioned. Because Rahu is in Shadvisha Nakshatra, it will strongly suggest that you should not do blind investments. Investments are fine, but do them carefully and only after proper thinking. Jupiter will try to guide you here, so use that guidance and avoid impulsive financial steps, especially in stock market. This is again a wonderful time for learning the new subjects, skills that help you grow personally and professionally. Your imagination will also become stronger, so this is a very supportive period for people in artistic fields. It is also a good period for those in teaching professions, because here Rahu's position and Jupiter's aspect will help you teach in a very creative and unique manner. Apart from that, Rahu's position in the 5th house can sometimes create confusion while taking decisions. And Jupiter's aspect here will help you make wiser choices. So just avoid acting in hurry. Think patiently and then decide. This time is also good for enjoying life, having fun and seeking entertainment in a balanced way. Students can do well if they stay focused and avoid distractions. You may also attract romantic connections during this period if your chart supports. If someone new enters your life, make sure you truly know them before thinking about long-term commitment. Be warm and gentle in your way of communication with your partner. If you have children, this is a beautiful period to understand them better. Try to listen to their feelings and support them with warmth and kindness. If you want to conceive, please be careful, because Rahu in this particular nakshatra is not the most favorable placement for pregnancy. But if your chart supports it, then Jupiter's aspect can help, but still you need to be extra cautious with your health during pregnancy. Scorpio ascendant. For Scorpio natives, Jupiter is retrograde in the sign of Gemini, your 8th house. Jupiter rules your 5th and your 2nd house. Many Scorpio natives have shared during consultations that Jupiter's transit through the 8th house has not been easy for them. Some people mentioned that others around them, whether in career, family, neighborhood, or relatives, especially in career and neighborhood, they were hurting them with words or making them feel offended, even when they did nothing wrong. I'm not saying that this applies to every Scorpio natives, but if you are someone who has been experiencing this kind of emotional hurt, then during Jupiter's retrograde movement in your 8th house, you need to be a little more careful. This placement, especially when Jupiter is retrograde in the 8th house, it can feel a little sensitive for health as well. So during this phase, take extra care of your body and your mental well-being. This period may also bring some ups and downs in your life. And it may happen that you hear certain things that from certain people that you may not feel good. Even though this phase is little intense, it can also bring some really unexpected gains. You may receive some inheritance or benefit related to family property, but along with gains, there can also be sudden expenses or sudden small losses. So it's better to stay careful, especially in investments, speculative investments. Please don't rush or be influenced by temporary greed. Saturn in the 5th house, Jupiter retro in the 8th house. So with these two placements, your financial graph may move up and down if you are not careful with investments. Think slowly and wisely before investing in anything risky. This period can also bring some inner changes and transformations. Some changes you will clearly notice, and some will be happening quietly in the background. At the same time, this is actually a very beautiful period if you want to learn something, study subjects like astrology, archaeology, philosophy, literature, or any topic that requires deep research. Jupiter and Saturn together will support you beautifully if you want to explore something deep or spiritual. So if your interest is here, this is the right time to follow it. During this time, there can be some minor misunderstandings with in-laws. So try to stay calm and understanding and act wisely. Rahu is also aspecting Jupiter and the 8th house. So when it comes to finances, again, be very mindful about your spending. Avoid and also apart from that, avoid any kind of intoxicating habits like alcohol, smoking, or anything anything else that affects your body or your mind in a harmful manner. The combination of Rahu and retro Jupiter can sometimes push a person towards cravings. So it's better to stay aware. This is especially important if you already deal with chronic health issues. Now the 5th aspect of Jupiter, retro Jupiter, will fall on your 12th house, the sign of Libra. Rahu is also aspecting this house. So your Moksha Trikona is very active now because Rahu is also positioned in the 4th house. Your Moksha Trikona is highly active. So if this activation is positive in your chart, then this can be a very powerful time for spiritual awakening. If you stay connected to meditation, prayer, or any spiritual practice, your life can move in a beautiful direction. Sleep may get a little disturbed because of Rahu's involvement, but Jupiter's aspect can give you some relaxation here. So things won't go too extreme. You may feel some anxiety or restlessness, but with grounding and calmness, you will be able to manage it well. This period can also bring chances of foreign travel or long journeys if your chart supports. You might also see an increase in expenses. So try to spend only on things that are really necessary and avoid unnecessary spending. Now the 7th aspect of retro Jupiter will fall on your 2nd house, the sign of Sagittarius. This is a wonderful time to work on your speech and communication skills. Saturn is also aspecting your second house, so improvement may feel a little slow, but if you put in effort, you will definitely see progress. This aspect will also support your finances in a positive manner as well. But please avoid shortcuts or unethical ways of making money. Jupiter will help you find new sources of income. But you need to be on the right path. Otherwise, Saturn will not support that in the long run. This is also a very beautiful time to spend quality time with your family and strengthen your bondings. Now, the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Aquarius, your fourth house, where Rahu is positioned. This means Jupiter will try to balance some of Rahu's tricky effects in these areas. The combination of Jupiter, Rahu, Saturn can help you here purchase a property or some asset, but it is still better to wait until Rahu leaves Shatbisha next year. If buying is unavoidable, then please be very careful. Check all documents properly and take legal advice before finalizing anything. You may feel like renovating or improving your home, and Jupiter's aspect will support you beautifully in bringing more comfort and peace into your living space. Please take care of your mother's health too. Jupiter does give protection, but a little extra attention will be helpful. Some Scorpio natives may also start working from home during this period. Overall, Jupiter's aspect on the fourth house will try to give you comfort, emotional balance, and a calmer home environment. Sagittarius ascendant. For Sagittarius natives, Retro Jupiter entered the sign of Gemini, your seventh house. Jupiter rules your fourth house and your first house. So this is an important period for you. Compared to the time when Jupiter was passing through your 8th house in the sign of Cancer, this phase will be little more relaxed and supportive. This is a good time for business related matters. If you are planning to start a new business, a partnership, or you were feeling stuck earlier when Jupiter was direct in Gemini, then now the path becomes clearer. Jupiter will slowly support your growth here. But because Rahu is in your third house and it is aspecting this Jupiter, it's very important for you to take every decision wisely without rushing. If you think clearly and then take any decision or action, that this can be a very beautiful period to begin new things. Communication becomes very important in your work and business during this phase. This is a right time to learn how to speak in a more balanced, wise, and a diplomatic way in your career, because it will help you deal with people much better in your professional life. If you are married, unmarried, and looking for a partner, this period can bring a good opportunity to meet someone, and in some cases even lead to marriage as well. Marriage is possible for Sagittarius natives, but it is always better to know your partner well before making it official. If you are already married, then warm and honest communication with your spouse will make your relationship much more stable and comforting. But because Jupiter is retrograde here in the 7th house, and itself Jupiter's placement in the 7th house sometimes may make you feel some heaviness or moodiness in your marriage. But if such moment come, try to handle things with understanding instead of reacting too strongly. Listen to your spouse's ideas and views and avoid being too dominant. That will really help you in keeping your relationship healthy. Now, the 5th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 11th house, the sign of Libra. This becomes a good time for financial gains and general upliftment in your finances. But because retro Jupiter and Rahu both influence your 11th house, your desires may increase a lot during this period. When desires become too many, it makes it harder to feel satisfied. So try to keep desires simple and realistic, otherwise unnecessary expectations may steal your peace of mind. This is also a very supportive time for those working in digital world, social media or similar professions. Your relationship with elder siblings can also improve, and you may see some changes happening in your social circle. Just be wise about whom you trust and avoid people who may have hidden intentions. If your chart supports it, then this period can bring promotions or salary increase. You may also learn something new or gain knowledge that becomes useful later on for a longer term. Now, the 7th aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your ascendant, where Saturn is also aspecting. This double transit can bring deep internal changes within you. You may go through personal growth. Your mindset and way of seeing yourself may shift. Some lessons may feel a little difficult, but they will really help you mature and strengthen your inner self. This transit can reshape your habits, your priorities, and even the way you represent yourself to the world. This is a very beautiful time to work on yourself. Take care of your health, refine your daily routine, daily habits, and make positive changes. It's also a beautiful period for gaining new knowledge or starting any learning any subject that interests you. So make full use of it. Make full use of this time. This is the time to do. Apart from that, both you and your spouse may experience some weight gain during this time. So it's better to be mindful about your food, your physical activities like the exercises, yoga and meditation. A more healthy routine will help you a lot here. Now the 9th aspect of Jupiter will fall on Aquarius, your 3rd house, where Rahu is positioned. This is again a supportive period for if you want to start something new or take new initiatives. You will feel more confident to take action, and you may get creative or out of the box ideas for your goals and business plans. But because Rahu is present here, it is very important to think properly and avoid impulsive decisions. If you combine Jupiter's wisdom with Saturn's patience, you will definitely see progress and growth in various parts of your life. Some issues with neighbors may continue, but Jupiter's aspect will protect you and help you handle such situations with a calmer and a wiser way. Capricorn ascendant. For Capricorn natives, retro Jupiter entered the sign of Gemini, your 6th house. Jupiter rules your 12th and your 3rd house. And because it is retrograde in the 6th house, this becomes a very important period to manage your finances carefully. During this time, you might suddenly feel a strong desire to use credit cards, take loans, or stretch your finances to buy something expensive or invest in a big asset. This happens because both retro Jupiter and Rahu's aspect on each other can create a feeling of confidence that you will be able to repay everything easily later. But the reality later might not be as smooth. So it is very important to understand why you want to take a loan and whether you will realistically be able to repay it on time. This transit can also make you push your financial limits beyond what is safe, and that can create problems later. At the same time, this period is good if you genuinely want to take a loan or credit for property or an asset. If you were facing delays earlier in acquiring or for approval of loan, then you may finally get approval. You may just make sure you are not crossing your limits or putting unnecessary pressure on yourself financially. If everything is done under limits, then you won't have any problem later on. Apart from that, retro Jupiter in the 6th house can bring some hidden health issues to the surface, especially anything connected to lungs, stomach, or breathing issues. So please take care of your health. Pay attention to your routine, daily habits and your diet. A healthier lifestyle will support you a lot during this time. You also need to be careful with your words because Saturn in the 3rd house, Rahu in the 2nd house. Rahu's aspect on Jupiter can make communication a little sensitive. If you are not mindful, small misunderstandings can turn into disputes. So try to speak softly and wisely. This transit can also reveal hidden enemies or people who are not honest with you. The good thing is that Jupiter will help you overcome any such challenges. It is also a supportive period for those appearing for competitive exams, as you will get mental strength and clarity. Jupiter's 5th aspect falls on your 10th house, the sign of Libra, where Rahu is also aspecting. This can bring career opportunities for you. If you have been unemployed or waiting for right job, this period can open a doorway for employment, provided your chart supports it. Even if you want to change your job or shift to a different field, this transit can help, but be a little careful about job scams or misleading offers. Always check the company and the details properly before joining. There might also be small issues with co-workers or seniors, so try to stay calm and not react impulsively. Now the 7th aspect of retro Jupiter will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your 12th house, where Saturn is aspecting. This double transit of Saturn and Jupiter can be spiritually uplifting. This can deepen your connection with the divine and encourage you to spend more time in meditation, yoga, sadhana, or anything that brings inner peace. Many Capricorn natives may feel emotional healing during this time. Apart from that, sleeping issues may improve gradually because of Jupiter's aspect or blessing here. This is also a beautiful period for mental and physical healing. Those working in medicine, spiritual healing, or any healing fields may benefit a lot from this energy. This transit can also bring opportunities for foreign travel or long distance journeys. Now the 9th aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Aquarius, your 2nd house, where Rahu is positioned. This place, this period can bring financial gains and income from different sources. But because Rahu is positioned here in Shatabisha, it is important to stay ethical and avoid shortcuts. Jupiter here will give you wisdom, so use it. Try to keep your desires under control because Rahu may constantly push you to, want more and more. And no matter how much you earn, it might still not feel enough. That can create dissatisfaction and mental pressure. This is the period to focus on managing your finances. In fact, this is the best period to focus on your savings and managing your money very wisely. This is also the time to work on your communication skills. Let Jupiter guide you. Think before you speak and choose your words carefully. Also be mindful of your eating habits. Try to avoid unhealthy food or intoxicating substances because they may harm you in the long run, especially under Rahu's influence. Now coming to Aquarius Ascendants. For Aquarius natives, retro Jupiter entered the sign of Gemini, your 5th house. Jupiter rules your 2nd house and your 11th house. If you are someone who has been planning to conceive since a long time, then this is a very supportive period. Even for those considering IVF, this can be a helpful and a positive time. Just make sure to take extra care of your health during pregnancy because Rahu is aspecting Jupiter here. If you already have children, this transit can help you resolve any ongoing issues with them and will also strengthen your bond. It is a wonderful period to spend quality time with your kids and deepen your connection with them. For students, this is an excellent period to expand your knowledge and excel in your studies. Even if you are not a student but want to gain new skill, knowledge or an edge in your career, this transit will support you. So go and learn something new. This is the time. Your creativity will also increase with that. And if you are someone who's working in any creative field, you will feel inspired as well. This is also a good time for mantra chanting, meditation, spiritual practices. So make use of this beautiful period. During this time, avoid high-risk investments or speculative markets. Choose safe, long-term and low-risk options. This transit can also bring new romantic relationship into your life. Now the fifth aspect of retro Jupiter will fall on the sign of Libra, your 9th house, where Rahu is also aspecting. This transit is a very favorable time for spiritual growth and higher learning. If you want to pursue higher education, this is the right period to work hard for your future. As I mentioned earlier, in my earlier video on Rahu in Shatabisha, that because Rahu is strongly influencing your ascendant, your belief system and spiritual path may be tested. You may have moments of uncertainty about your direction, about your spiritual choices or your sense of dharma. But Jupiter's aspect will bring clarity and wisdom. So stay committed to the truth and continue walking on the path of dharma, even if the mind tries to distract you. There may be some minor health issues for your father during this period or a little friction with him. But Jupiter's aspect will guide you. This aspect can also bring long distance travel, spiritual travel, foreign travel if your chart supports. Overall, your luck will support you in this phase. Now the 7th aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your 11th house where Saturn is also aspecting. This double transit of Saturn and retro Jupiter on 11th house can bring financial stability and gains. It can also help you fulfill your genuine wishes, especially if there were delays earlier. Promotions or increments may come if your chart allows. This period can also bring some transformation in your social circle and reveal who your true well-wishers are. So stay close to people who support you in your tough times. This is also a good time to improve your relationship with elder siblings. You may also gain knowledge through your family, including your children. Now the 9th aspect of retro Jupiter will fall on the sign of Aquarius, your ascendant where Rahu is transiting. This is the time to focus on doing your karma correctly without worrying too much about the results. Jupiter will help you find inner satisfaction and inner balance if you at least try to do your karma without worrying too much. This is a period to reassess your past actions, correct your mistakes and grow spiritually. This aspect is very significant because it will increase your confidence about yourself, your goals, your careers, your personal life. You will feel more willing to take decisions, important decisions and move forward. But it is important to be self-aware and that is exactly what Jupiter will try to teach you during this period. It is important to be confident, but it is not right to be overconfident. So take care in that part. Be very wise with your communication because your words will shape your personality for a long time. Speaking thoughtfully and sensitively will help you protect your image and your relationship in both personal and professional life. It is also very important for Aquarius natives to control your desires. Rahu in the ascendant will want you to increase your desires, but you must use the positive Jupiterian and Saturnian energy here to maintain balance. Jupiter's aspect will act like a guiding light and keep you on the correct path. This is a beautiful period for learning, gaining new knowledge, developing skills, and expanding your mind. It is also a very positive time for exploring creative or out of the box ideas, which can take you ahead in a positive direction. Pisces ascendant. For Pisces natives, Jupiter, retrograde Jupiter entered the sign of Gemini, your 4th house. Jupiter is your ascendant lord and your 10th lord. This becomes a very favorable time for you to improve your finances and support your savings. It is also a beautiful period for healing any relationship issue at home. If there has been any misunderstanding within your family, this phase will really help you bring warmth and understanding back into the home environment if you are willing to work on that. Your family, especially your mother, will act like a guiding force for you. She may become your biggest support when you feel low or confused. Whenever you feel emotionally heavy, taking her advice will bring you some comfort and even guidance. Jupiter's re-entry, retro Jupiter's re-entry in the 4th house will bring peace, positivity, and a feeling of mental relaxation. After quite a time, you will feel more settled at home. So try to enjoy this time and find happiness even in small, simple moments at home, because this will bring positive energy within you. This is also a good period for buying any property, land, or any asset. You may invest in something related to real estate. But since Jupiter is retrograde and Rahu is aspecting it, please be careful with paperwork, legal matters, and documentation. As long as everything is checked properly, this period supports such purchases. And your Moksha Trikona is now active with Jupiter's re-entry in Gemini, because Rahu is also positioned in your 12th house, and both are influencing your 8th house as well. So this makes it a very deep and spiritual time. If you use this energy positively, you will grow from within and understand yourself on a deeper level. Your spirituality will rise, and this will bring inner peace and emotional healing. Just take care of your mother's health issues, because some minor issues may come up, or she may even gain weight during this period, so be mindful of her well-being. If you work in agriculture, organic farming, or land-related fields, this phase will be beneficial. Some people may even start working from home or may begin home-based businesses during this period. Now, the 5th aspect of retro Jupiter will fall on the sign of Libra, your 8th house. Spiritually, this is a beautiful time, so try to grow spirituality and take advantage of this positive energy. Jupiter's aspect can also give some relief in health issues, especially if you have been dealing with chronic problems. Some minor relief. Not completely, because Saturn is still positioned in the 1st house, so there may be still some ups and downs in the health. But Jupiter will at least bring some relaxation. And this transit may also reveal hidden health problems so that you can address them on time. Because Rahu, Jupiter, retro Jupiter, and both are influencing your 8th house, some changes and transformations may arise in your life. There may be some ups and downs, so be mentally prepared for that. Relationship with in-laws may go through some changes, or you may face some small challenges with them. Joint finances with spouse may also change. Try to avoid risky investments, especially speculative markets or cryptocurrencies. Focus on safe and long-term options. This is a very good period for research, astrology, occult sciences, psychology, healing professions, or anything that requires a deep exploration. Jupiter can help bring some relief from stress caused by Saturn's influence in the 1st house, though not completely, yet enough to make you feel some calmer or better. Now, the 7th aspect of retro Jupiter will fall on your 10th house, the sign of Sagittarius, where Saturn is also aspecting. This double transit can bring major changes in your profession. If you have been struggling to find a job, this may bring new opportunities, but you will need to work hard because Saturn is influencing your 10th house and your ascendant. Your efforts and discipline will matter a lot here. Jupiter will reward your hard work and support your growth. You may face some minor challenges with colleagues or seniors, but Jupiter's grace will protect you and guide you. You may also see some progress in your career during this period. Now, the 9th aspect of retro Jupiter will fall on the sign of Aquarius, your 12th house, where Rahu is positioned. This transit can increase your imagination, can enhance your imagination and creativity strongly. If you work in art, animation, writing, fictional writing, or any creative field, this can be a very beautiful period. It can also bring opportunities for foreign travel, long distance travel if your chart supports. Some of you may even buy property in a foreign land or settle abroad. This is also an excellent transit for spiritual growth, especially if Rahu behaves positively in your chart. Rahu in the 12th house, Saturn being the lord of 12th house in the first house, can bring fears to the surface. And this can turn into overthinking, confusion, anxiety or stress and may disturb your mental and physical health, including your sleep. Here, Jupiter's aspect will act like a protective guide and help you overcome these negative patterns. If you try to come out of these fears, then it will really help you. And you can do meditation, spiritual activities, which will also help you to come out of your fears during this period. Jupiter will support your efforts and help you stay centered. Jupiter's aspect here combined with Rahu's presence can also increase expenses sometimes, so it is better to control your spending and be satisfied with what you have. Manage your finances wisely and avoid unhealthy habits like drinking, smoking, drugs like alcohol, drinking, drugs, etc. These things can disturb your health, your peace of mind, your sleep, and Jupiter will not support such choices. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Do like, share and subscribe to our channel. Do hype this video. See you in the next video. Until then, Narayan, Narayan.